Reasons for overpricing a house. I know you probably see houses come online, and I see houses come online, and we see a price point and we think, oh my Lord, who priced that house? There are a lot of reasons for overpricing. None of them are helpful when you're selling your house, but there's a lot of reasons why houses get overpriced. So I want you to think about overpricing in a different way. Overpricing is kind of like a situational based thing that happens. One of the first times and reasons that things get overpriced is emotions. You know, it's emotional when you're selling a house. Maybe you're selling your parents' house. Maybe you're selling a house that you really didn't want to leave. Maybe it's a divorce. Maybe. There's all these reasons why you feel really strongly about it. So you want to get a certain price. Maybe the neighbor told you emotionally, the neighbor said, this house is worth X. And if the neighbor said that and your relatives said that and everybody said that, you feel pressured, emotional, to price the house. So we price the house at a price point because I'm working for you that's going to give you comfort. So that's the first reason a house gets overpriced. The second reason a house gets overpriced is a very strong reason. It's need-based. We need to make X amount of dollars from this house or we can't sell it. So we're pricing the house at that price. Now, you don't know for sure if you're going to get that number unless the real estate agent has told you the number you have is terrific, it's underpriced. So it might get overpriced because it's need-based. The third reason that often houses get overpriced is it's what Zillow told you. So when you go on to Zillow, you're looking at the Zestimate for the house, and the Zestimate says the house is worth X. And you want to believe that Zestimate, but that Zestimate is data-driven. It's by an algorithm, and the data often is not accurate that brings the price points together. My most fun is when you say, the price point of my house went up, it went down, it went up, because the Zestimate changes constantly. So the Zestimate often affects houses getting overpriced. Testing the waters. Sometimes you want to price the house just to see if anybody out there would buy your house for $1 million. So you price it at $1 million thinking someone might be out there. Well, you know, when they're not out there in those first 7 days, they're not out there. You know, so you want to wait. So 3 months go by, 6 months go by, and the house hasn't sold for $1 million. The reality of it is it's not going to sell for $1 million. Eventually that person is not going to come and buy your house for $1 million. So it gets overpriced then. You fear leaving money on the table. You think to yourself, if I price it here and someone comes in and offers me this and it's already $20,000 under, then I've lost money. You haven't lost money because it's the only offer that we've gotten. It's monopoly money till someone comes forward and gives you an actual offer. Leaving room to negotiate. You can't negotiate nothing. So if you overprice it and you get no offers, there's no negotiation. So if you're leaving room to negotiate, it's not the best thing to do for you to sell your house in an expedient manner. If you're testing the water, sure, you can leave it on the market for a year. It doesn't really do you any favors because then it becomes stale inventory and people wonder why it hasn't sold. And they start following it on Zillow to see how long it's been on the market and then start thinking about what price point you really will take. So price point is really important. Overpricing is a thing, and the pandemic is over. Those price points are over. Yes, we still have multiple offers, but it's when it's price pointed a little under or exactly correct. Price pointing, don't overprice.